How much will Las Vegas housing prices fall? Don't move, I answer that question next. The media has been peppering us with bad news about the Las Vegas real estate market, and they've been relentless. Almost every day, here are some of the recent headlines. Las Vegas housing market cooling faster than others. Las Vegas home prices are falling after a heated run. The Las Vegas housing market hits brakes as sales fall. Las Vegas home sellers are slashing their prices as mortgage rates climb. And these are just a few of them. And then in today's Review Journal, another article, home prices continue to fall. When I get pounded with negative information and negativity, it affects me. Does it you? Well, here things are no different. The current housing market downturn is perhaps being caused more by the media than actual economics. To quote Keller and Jenks during the last big housing downturn, the moment the media declares a real estate shift, it's if the market just got doused with a cold shower. Cancellations are up, they've nearly hit 30%. Sales are way down by as much as 40%. Listing prices are being slashed across the board, and the number of properties on the market has grown by 300% in the last few months. Clearly pretty significant signs that we're in a big shift. So how much will this affect prices in Greater Las Vegas? That's the big question we're being asked right now, no matter whether from a seller or prospective buyer. It's what our folks want to know right now. So here's what we think. Are you ready? Drum roll, please. Oh, no drums? Okay, well, we'll get that fixed. We think sales prices could suffer by as much as 15%, and some submarkets maybe even up to 20%. List prices have already suffered more than 11% to date, from a peak list price of $585,000 in April of this year to $519,000 presently. And sales price declines are just getting started in our view. We'll share why we think this in just a second. But first, a couple caveats. There are numerous variables that can affect our prediction of this decline of up to 15%. First question. Does a recession cause the Fed to lower rates back into the threes to spark a dragging economy and housing market, and that causes prices to maybe go up, not down? Second, do rental rates continue to climb with no rental controls put in place by local governments, such that hedge funds and other large investors continue to buy single-family residences, further in the position of the rental nation prognosticators? Some are saying that we're going to be all renters, not owners. Third, what if the recession isn't nearly as difficult as many is predicting, and the economy stays robust and jobs stay mostly filled? That'll certainly stop a larger downturn. And then there are other factors that can affect things as we move forward. Like most notably, how about what the federal government did to intervene in the past? They intervene now in dramatic ways. Think back to the trillions of dollars they created and gave away because they thought COVID was the end of the world. So who knows what's up DC's sleeve as we move forward. But one thing is certain, change is coming. As we head into this new territory, we got a lot of questions, and because it's new territory, a lot of us don't have history to base kind of any recommendations. But we think a decline of 15% is really very viable. Here's why. The first thing is most price growth from the start of the fourth quarter of 2021 through mid-second quarter of this year was artificially engineered by external influences. First, low supplies of housing inventories across the country caused by supply chain disruptions for COVID was one artificial factor. Also, sellers not placing their properties on the market as they had nowhere to go, worried that they couldn't afford or wouldn't be able to find a better house. And demand is much greater than supply over the past months due to a structural housing shortage that's been developing for many years prior. Combine these things with the lingering historically low interest rates, and we can get a real sense that the price climb from late 2021 to mid-2022 was somewhat unnatural. Median incomes in cities across the United States, specifically the greater Las Vegas market too, cannot support this upward surge in prices. There's just no way. The median price of a single-family home at the start of quarter 4 2021 was $410,000. Interestingly, this is almost spot on with a 15% lower than peak price that we reached back in May of 2022 and held on in June of $485,000. We wouldn't be surprised at a fall if prices receded to that time in late 2021.